that kind of tongue for the big ones.
You go out in your backyard this spring, beware. You may not be alone. Rattlesnake removal companies have had their hands full so far this season with slithery pests all over the place. KRON 4's Spencer Blake met up with one company on the job in the East Bay, and he's live in Alamo tonight. And Spencer, did you get up close to any of these snakes?
Oh, yeah, close indeed. It's the closest I have ever been to rattlesnakes. I don't know that I necessarily need to do that again, but the pros had a pile of snakes, literally just a mound on the street of these snakes that they had caught. And, you know, these rattlesnake wranglers tell me that they've been busier than normal this year. These rattlesnakes are the latest group of inmates incarcerated by Rattlesnake Removal USA. Luis Fraser and his wife Janae work together, going wherever worried phone calls come from.
Right now we're getting a ton of calls with this warm weather, coming out. The snakes are waking up.
And the Frasers are packing them up, some from yards, some from livestock pens. Friday alone, they caught 5 rattlers in Brentwood, 4 in Walnut Creek, some in Alamo, where I met them, and then they headed off to catch more in Napa.
Number 10 for the day.
You can thank this year's rain for the robust reptile roster.
More grain and more flowers are going to be available, which means it's going to be food for rodents and mice, which is in turn going to support rattlesnakes.
Luis has been a reptile enthusiast his whole life, but Janae says she usually takes more of a backseat approach to helping her husband.
I've kind of, adjusted and adapted a little bit, as you can see.
Now, the husband-wife team also has a very important third member of their operation that helps them find the snakes.
This is Peaches, the snake-sniffing dog. And she's a good girl.
The 1-year-old puppy has training from Sacramento Police canine trainers. The Frasers don't kill any of the snakes they find. They have permission to re-release them into state parks.
You can see this snake is really, really comfortable right now.
The Luis and Janae pulled a snake from one of the yards on this street. Neighbors I talked to were happy to report they hadn't seen anything slithering around.
A little bit nervous, but we don't have any brush near our house. It's all kind of cleaned up and stuff, so I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Believe it or not, neither of these serpent snatchers has ever been bitten. So what do you do if you, or even worse, maybe your kids find a rattlesnake in your backyard? Well, of course, if you're up close to it, just back away slowly. The Frasers tell me get inside if you can, and then wait to see. Maybe the snakes might slither off. If they don't, however, of course, they recommend don't try to do anything yourself. Just call a professional to come take care of business. Live in Alamo tonight, Spencer Blake, KRON 4 News.
All right, Spencer, slowly back away.